Greetings, fellow ship scrappers. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Ostranauts Garrison. Episode 46, trying to salvage the shopping list. And what do you think is going to happen with this ship? Another person that's going to stab us a whole bunch, or is it going to go more kindly than that? Meaty lump in my throat. Okay, well, this ship is called Deliverance. It's got a helium tank. It's got meat, but the two sections of meat aren't like that close to being a threat. Got mobile light walls, got a working antenna, got some broken doors, a bunch of thrusters, some mobile light designs, a suit battery charger, coils, and a fuel rag. It's not terrible. It's doesn't have a lot, but I'll go all the same. I'm wearing my helmet, right? Yeah. So before we make shipfall, let's drop some of these batteries, chargers, and stuff. I've probably taken pain pills too frequently to, like, do that again, though. Hey, F3 hard drive. Thank you for the sub. If you find people on derelicts, are they always pirates? No, they are not. Sometimes they're law enforcement officers, sometimes they're pirates, sometimes they're criminals who are not actually out to kill you, they just are criminals. Sometimes they're shipbreakers. It can be a whole variety. So they're not always hostile. It's just mostly pirates, if I'm honest. Or often, I would say it's mostly corpses. Corpses are the most frequent people I see. But if not corpses, then pirates. Shipbreakers are amusing, like, where's your ship? Yeah. Although, there is a ferry system in the game where you can pay to be ferried to places. So it's not inconceivable that they, like, decided to take a ferry to a dead ship or something weird. I mean, odd, yes, but, like, if I wanted to ferry over to a dead boat, like, I hypothetically could. I mostly find corpses, too. And when I see pirates, they become corpses. I'm a corpse generator. Hey, we got our first PDA. Anything good in it? It came with modded tier 1 and a power viz. I don't really care about that. Well, actually, let's slap in the modded tier 1, see what it has in it. But I probably won't care much. So, their modded tier 1 has a heat map. Oh. Alright. It's good for finding people, I guess? Like predator vision? But, honestly, I don't find it... I'm not gonna keep it. If it was a tier 3 or 2, maybe, but it's a tier 1. It only has the one thing. Man, just the normal vision overlay when you just like, oh, you know what? I'm not even gonna bother taking this helium canister. It's essentially empty. It's got almost no fuel in it. So now that I have ones installed on my own ship, you can see 5,200 kilograms of helium. And this one has 112 kilograms of helium. It's just about empty. Meaning that, like, whatever value it might have had is it's not gonna be present. I also don't need money. I mean, the CO2 scrubber would be pretty money, as would the MHD if fixed, but, like, money is not my concern. So is there anything else here that I would want? I guess is the better question. Are there eyeballs? No. And no. There's a few more racks and bins. I did find one PDA that way. Oh! Ha-ha! Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. There is a damage viz and a tier 2. I'll take a look at the tier 2. Tier 2 they have is a power and default. Wait, how is it? What? It's a tier 2 that has preset power. Oh, because it includes contours toggle. I don't even, what is that? Oh, it's like an outline? Oh, woo! So exciting! And power visuals, okay, so this thing sucks, in other words. Got it. Don't care. We'll sell it. Alright, check a few more bins and then we'll be on our way. There's really not much else for me here. Yeah, I had the golden color too, but that's a visualization layer I already had. So it's in no way unique for what I'm looking for. I don't know why I pried this open, or scrapped this open. There's like nothing here I even want. I did actually mention having a few extra thrusters wouldn't be terrible, so I'll take a thruster. What I need to expand the reactor room would be mobile light walls, which are these walls. So I should dolly them over, now that you mention it. I think these are also mobile light walls. Yeah, these are. So we could do that. The meat's pretty far away, so that's not much of a concern. I also want one more thruster, and this one's operable. Perfect. So we're gonna want 4 more orange way flooring. Done. Oh, you know, visor lay. Oh, placeholders and tasks are being shown. Good. Well, actually, I needed 8, but I picked up 10, so that's fine. And this is so that I can put coolers in the reactor room, because they need to be, like, walk-pathable. Come on, dude. I mean, I know those thrusters were in horrible condition. How many thrusters do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 thrusters? Well, that seems fine for the size. And then, I really only technically need 2 floors for this new zone. I'm just gonna let him rip the... Yeah. So, let's get those 2 floors from the dolly. suppose what I'll do is I'll do these in batch where I install 4 floors and then uninstall 3 so that we don't vent anything. That'll be a little cheaper. Install hall, mobilite wall. Extras are good, but I have an extra. I have like a ship with the extras parked where I want it. You know, right next to K-Leg orbit. So it's not a big concern of mine. All right, next, orders, uninstall, conduit, and wall. It should be Mobilite or Orange Way flooring underneath this. Yep. We have a few extra conduit in our pockets, which makes this easy. That way I don't even have to hunt for extra conduit. No, I guess we technically have to go to the outside for the bottom left one. But it's so much travel. Any eyeballs? Horns and hoofs, no eyes yet. Eyes are the rarest, but you only need one of them. So if I do see an eye pop up before I leave, I'll do it. And there we go. So this side is done. And let's install the walls for the other side. And a reminder, this is so that we can actually fit coolers in the reactor room, because the reactor didn't have enough pathable space around it. So there was nowhere to put the coolers. Because the reactor is the thing that generates by far the most heat. Out of... I mean, besides heaters. I guess technically heaters can produce a lot of heat, but still, you know. That's not what we're concerned about. Meat is just so gross. Okay. So I think we're ready to change the location of the installed coolers. And then to hook up the coolers to be driven off the thermostat that's down there. There we go. Perfect. And then one more. And then eventually we're going to want another cooler for the front of the ship. It probably honestly doesn't need one. But with our current setup, it's only going to get warm, not cold. Because any ship with a reactor is going to be warmed for basically free. So, at this point, the reactor room does not have a heater. Not that it really needs one. The reactor room is completely enclosed with its own atmospherics from the entire rest of the ship. Meaning that if the rest of the ship had some sort of, like, impact from a micrometeorite, the reactor room would be able to repressurize and stay within habitable temperature and pressures and by itself. Which is good. And yeah, it's staying about $2.99 in here, Kelvin. So it's comfy. A little warm, but comfy. Oh, we got scanned by the police again. Boy, did they ever like to mess with us. I do see some eyeballs. I see like a lot of eyeballs. So, before I lose the opportunity, let's grab the goats by the horns. Take some pain pills. I probably didn't need it. Didn't want that fridge too? No, I have 2 fridges. I'm good. What are you doing? Why are you just like wobbling? Come on, attack the thing. I'm trying to prepare to block incoming attacks. Yeah, the meat's fighting back. There we go. Eyeball. And, chat, I only need the one, right? I'm, like, fairly certain. Yes, I only need the one. Okay, perfect. So I am ready to push off from this rig. Actually, I take that back. The one thing that the reactor room does not have is CO2 scrubbing, which I do intend to add to the main cabin of the ship at some point. All right, let's check out another derelict. Oh, before I leave, did this have another cooler? I don't think it did. Nope. Bye-bye, meat ship. Did it have a contaminants alarm? I don't know. They're actually really easy to buy. I think they're a guaranteed sell at the supplies dealer. If I'm not mistaken, I think the supplies dealer always has contaminant alarm, but it's not like there's not really a way to clean that up anyway, so there's no point in detecting for it. Like, if you have contaminants on you, you're already kind of dead. Did we collide? Oh, yeah, we keep colliding. Okay, we'll be at the next derelict in about 20 minutes. Oh, yeah. For a second, I thought I wasn't wearing my helmet. I was like, oh, great. So, just a little space block. No problem. I'm a little worried to, like, take off the helmet. Last stream, Mr. Garrison here. Oh, I can't reach that? Wait, what? Oh, no! Oh, freaking bunk. This is dumb. So I was able to walk into this room, but I can't walk out because of the bunk. Yep. Just astronaut things. So I don't see much damage. I see a tiny bit of wear and tear around here. But for the most part, the ship's pretty well maintained. At least it'll let me uninstall the bunk. It would have been a lot worse if, like, I was just trapped in there until I, like, went through a wall or something. I'm not trying to make excuses for the game, but it could have been worse. Could have been far more annoying. Oh, shoot. I am not the first one here. 06KC got here first. Well, let's see if they're docked at the moment. Nope. They beat me here. Okay. Is there anywhere else nearby for me to be? Not really. That's far away. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4 derelicts over there that I haven't yet explored. I could hail them and tell them to come to me. The thing is, if you haven't noticed, my character does not want to talk to anyone. Even if it's in his own advantage. So, to that end, I'll just go somewhere else. Role-playing wise. I am as antisocial. I'm pathologically shy. I cannot bring myself to speak to another human. Unless it's of life or death. Like, if police board me because I'm, like, being accused of piracy, or if a pirate is, like, hailing me, that might be an exception. Alright, 40 minutes there? That's fine. Gives me a chance to restore the last of the ship. So let's go to the visor layer and do damage in... Actually, Old Red's not terrible. This gives you a pretty good idea of the problem spots. But I am coming up against just daily maintenance. Right? Like, all of the pink in the core of the ship is like daily maintenance. Or semi-daily maintenance requirements. And that's definitely a thing that you'll end up facing when your ship gets larger, is just entropy. Constantly finding yourself fighting against entropy. Alright, that's hurting my eyes. Golden is fine. I don't feel like log scale is helpful. So there's no piece of this ship right now that is, like, gonna actually break. It's funny, damage in a heat map. That's pretty wild. I'll just leave it on default for now. It's too bad I can't program the AC to be a little bit cooler. It's only trying to keep it underneath, like, 300 Kelvin, so it hits 299, and then, like, the coolers go on and off and on and off and on and off. Like a yo-yo effect, and it'd be much better if it was more a constant AC. One AC stays on, the other is just like a backup or something like that. Being able to, like, set temperatures. So set one of the ACs to, like, 296 and the other one to 299. So the one set to 296 is, like, constantly running, and the one set to 299 only kicks on when it gets warm. Maybe something like that. Alright. We're here. Okay. This is... I'm coming in a little hot, so throttle up. Brakes on. Throttle down before I black out. I could say force on the control panel, that's true, and not have it be driven from sensors. My concern with that, of course, is I also don't want to, like, deep freeze my boat, because that has its own fair share of problems. Making it take off my helmet and I have, like, hypothermia is also not great. It's a Series Max, and I don't think there's meat here. There is an old reactor room. The remnants of Hydra. Bunch of little orange whey. It's worth poking around, I guess. I don't see the cooler I'm still looking for. I don't see any furniture that would be useful for the goal of my boat, but, you know, I'll poke through it. You never know. Can't believe, like, how big these one cigarettes are. Some of the challenges of pixel art, I suppose. It's like a cigarette the size of half the size of a katana. In other words, holy smokes. Ooh, that oxygen bottle's pretty dang full. Now that the visualization cartridges can be so amazing, and obviously PDAs can be found in like every crate, every bin, every rack, it's even more incentive. Oh, perfect. Price Viz. Really? They still use MSRP? I already have Price Viz built into my visor. Right? It's already in one of my modified cartridges, but it holds resale value. That's why I grabbed it. Oh, I thought that was a bin. That fooled me. That one cigarette's actually a couple packs worth. Mega cigarette. Can you imagine, actually, think about it, smoking cigarettes on like a space station in a potentially explosive and finite environment? Like, no thanks. That sounds horrifying. Especially, well, they actually make reference to it in game that people smoke so frequently that the CO2 filters get clogged. A data card, sure. Come on, water. Ah, bolt the low though, no water for me. Bummer. That's pretty much everything that was here, minus some of the fusion-y stuff that I don't really care about. That's too bad. I had higher hopes. It would be reasonably illegal to smoke on a station like this. Yeah, I agree. Definitely. Just, the game apparently doesn't care. Everyone smokes. Which is also funny, because in reality, growing tobacco would be so insanely expensive that cigarettes would be like a mega luxury. Because you don't really see a lot of planters in the game. So one might assume that, like, hydroponics and aquaponics are uncommon. I surely don't see much of it. So the fact that everyone's smoking like a chimney, despite the fact that, like, nobody seems to be growing tobacco, is like, what are we really smoking? Is it, like, crushed up asteroid? Like, just silica dust straight to the lungs? Like, what is going on here? Where are we getting all this tobacco from? That ship would look like a smoking section of the restaurants used to have? Yeah, man, I remember that. Like, orange and brown. I feel like there's so many, all the films that depict, not a lot of films that depict, like, that era do it justice on how just brown everything was. Like, yellow-brown tar color. The walls, the ceilings, the ceiling fans, the light fixtures, just everything was the same gross cancer brown. That's what I'm calling it, cancer brown. You remember cleaning those? Yeah. I mean, I had a grandmother that smoked like a chimney, and like everything she owned, it was all just garbage color. But it was the norm. Even if people knew better, it was just like, you know, it was gross. And ashtrays on every flat surface. Yeah, it was really a different time. Truly. So I'm just installing some lights while we drift over to our next target. Most of the ship is pretty well maintained at this point, like repair-wise. And we are looking for last few parts that I'd like to check off my list so that this my little boat becomes a luxe boat, luxury boat. I think more than likely, unless we actually find like a luxury liner, I'm gonna need to be buying the treadmill and kitchen equipment and all that stuff. I don't think I'm gonna get lucky. So let's turn off the visualization layers. This is what the ship looks like without any vis layers. Which is, you know, it's comfy. That thermostat blinking is very annoying, I will say. With the reactor room flickering on and off constantly, but apart from that, it's not so bad. You gave smoking up about 4 years back. Honest answer, you wish smoking wasn't nearly as bad for you? Yeah, the problem is, you know, it's real bad for you. And there's not really an easy way to get that sort of like nicotine fix in a healthy way. Not that I know of. Well, I guess you could like get addicted to nicotine patches, but I know that's probably not the same. Here we go again. Oh no, we were just bypassing someone. Oh, but they are heading to a derelict. Let's race them. Let's do it. If they're going to be docking to this thing, I want to beat them there. No, it looks like they changed course. Maybe. Either way, let's like make sure that we're the one that docks, so I'm not boxed out of yet another derelict. It's a wee bit petty, but, you know, whatever. Yeah, they were flying by anyway. They weren't actual competition. Whoa, coming in hot. So most boats do not have like treadmills and weight benches or dining room tables and bar tops and TVs. Like, you almost never find TVs. So my best luck is the like Van Hummel cruise yachts. So unless we find some cruise yachts, it's very unlikely that I find the things I'm looking for, but I'll keep trying. So this is a doo-doo medium. There's not going to be anything here. Oh god, yeah, nothing at all. Bizlair. Oh great, it's just it's a meat trap. Yep. It does have the cooler though. Shoo. Okay. Let's try to get the cooler before the meat absorbs us. God, meat, stay away. Run. Okay. In terms of where I want the coolers to live, yeah, I guess main cabin's fine. Am I standing in the way? Oh, the battery's in the way? Oh, that's dumb. Hold on. It's like, sorry, the little battery that's on the floor is stopping you from installing a cooler. It's like, shut up, game. There we are. Done. So now we have all the coolers that I wanted. And at this point, we just need the furniture for the other room. So we're looking for salvage furniture and items for wellness, galley, and recreation. And the idea is I'm gonna try to salvage it, and then if we can't, I'll just buy it. I'd like to salvage it. I'd at least attempt to salvage it first. One of the issues with having like a wide ship now that the ship that I've got now is it does definitely collide more frequently with the things we dock with, but whatever. Yeah, we only have ever found one Lux boat. We have found some speed boats though. Some like Lux speeders, but we've only ever found the one Lux yacht. So again, I think the chance of me finding a Lux yacht is very low, but it's not zero. And I don't mind the search. It's fun to check out these derelicts. Another thing is I'm probably not in a good position or condition to pick a fight. But I don't know if I'd be willing to back down from one either. So that might be a problem. Where like, I try to slash up a pirate and end up on the wrong side of... and losing. Lunamax. Chrome fire. Well, there's no meat on this one, finally. Broken nav. Sink, which might have water. Lots of bins. Reactor room. That's about it. Yeah, there's a drip of water in the sink. I've been getting really unlucky. What? This is weird. Go. There we go. I've been getting pretty unlucky with the ships we've been finding. They've been pretty bad. Oh! I took a transponder. That's unusual. Thank you for tuning in to Ostranauts, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Ostranauts.